YouTube, what's going on? If you're new here, my name's Roger. I own a company called QVO Tactical where we make holsters and gear and also film content for this channel. In today's video, we are taking a look at a very cool red dot from an awesome collaboration between Holosun Optics and Primary Arms. I'm talking about the new 507C red dot with the ACSS Vulcan Reticle. So as always, I like to tell you guys how I go about getting these products in for review. A little while ago, Primary Arms posted the new red dot collaboration on their Instagram page, and I knew that because of what this reticle could do, it was going to sell out quick, so I jumped on their website and I ordered one ASAP. As I started producing content for the Optic on my Instagram page, Primary Arms actually reached out to us and they decided to send us an additional one to help out with the review. We appreciate the support. Thank you guys. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk about the specs of this optic. The Holosun HS507C-X2 with the Primary Arms ACSS Vulcan reticle uses the patent-pending ACSS Vulcan reticle, which has a 10 MOA center chevron and a large 250 MOA outer reference circle. You might be wondering why the circle, but we'll get to that shortly. The optic features shake-wake technology, has a multi-coated glass, is made from 7075 hard-coat anodized aluminum. It features a solar failsafe and has a 20,000 hour battery life, which is all powered by a CR1632 battery in the side tray compartment. It also has 10 daylight settings with 2 additional night vision settings. So you might be thinking that this is just another handgun red dot optic that has hit the market and it's like all the others out there. However, this one is very different and it's because of that reticle. This ACSS Vulcan reticle helps with combating one of the main problems most red dot shooters have. That is slow dot acquisition. Whether you're new to shooting with a red dot on your handgun or it's something you've done for a while, this reticle will make you get that dot acquisition much quicker. It does this by using that large 250 MOA outer reference circle to guide you back to the center chevron. If you're familiar with red dots on handguns, then you probably remember when you first tried getting your sight picture and there might have been a little bit of a struggle to get the dot lined up correctly. Now with this outer reference circle, it guides you back to center very quickly. You can see here that if I present my firearm and let's say that I'm aiming slightly to the left, I will see the right side of the outer circle, which tells me to bring my sights back to the right. The same goes for the other side if I was aiming to the right and needed to come back left. It also is the same for up and down. I think that we can all agree that this will definitely eliminate the lag time of searching for the dot when your presentation isn't lined up correctly on the draw. To illustrate this even better, let's move on to the range portion. Now for this range session, I actually brought my buddy John out, who has recently decided to start shooting with a red dot on his handguns. This is fairly new to him as he's only had a little bit of practice with it. After showing him how awesome this reticle is, he decided that he might want to start carrying with the red dot. So I thought that a good way to show how effective the ACSS Vulcan reticle really is would be to have John shoot both guns and then put the video clips side by side to see which one he was able to acquire his dot with faster. So here's that footage now.
Stand by. ACSS. Red dot shot on Primary Arms. Go for it, John. Holster up. Go again. Go again. Go again. And one more. One more. And holster up.
Can you guess which gun had the 507C with the ACSS reticle? I'll play it for you again and I'll label each video now.
Stand by. ACSS. Red dot shot on Primary Arms. Go for it, John. Holster up. Go again. Go again. Go again. And one more. One more. And holster up.
Now this is probably the third or fourth time that John has ever shot a handgun with a red dot on it. So I thought he would be the perfect person to bring out onto the range to get a good comparison between a traditional dot red dot and the ACSS reticle. Now, you know I had to get a little bit of range time in myself, so I jumped up on the line and did a couple of transition drills, and then I also had John try some shooting on the move. The outer circle really helps keep your dot centered whether you're shooting multiple targets or if you're on the move.
.381, one miss. Let's go one more. Stand by. Got a 337 clean.
That's pretty good. Only missed a couple.
Now, I actually talked to Dimitri over at Primary Arms, who's the creator of the reticle, and he told me how awesome it is for shooting while using night vision goggles. So I happen to have recently just received a pair of DT MVS white phosphor NVGs that I purchased from our buddies over at Goonin Gear. So I figured why not get some footage of the reticle while shooting under night vision. As you can see, it does really well under night vision, giving you a bullseye style reticle that helps with easy target acquisition. I was legitimately surprised at how much easier it was to shoot under night vision with this reticle. I mean, even shooting 6-round bill drills was just quick and easy. Now, if you're wondering why under night vision you see the outer circle and without night vision you don't, it's because of the eye relief. The optic is designed for the outer circle to move out of your sight picture when aligned properly while holding your handgun out at extension. The distance between your eyes and the optic change when shooting under night vision, as the night vision goggles are now about 6 inches in front of your face, which makes it closer to the optic, which brings the outer circle into view. All right, so I do want to address a few questions that I know are going to pop up down below in the comment section. The first being is, do you need this optic reticle combo? The answer is obviously no, you don't need it, but it does make it a lot easier to shoot with the red dot. You also don't need a Tesla to get you from point A to point B either.
But it's a lot easier.
Okay, all jokes aside, this optic isn't going to make up for a lack of training, guys. When I first started carrying a red dot on my handgun, I did repeated dry fire practice to establish a good presentation draw that put my optic's red dot in line with my sight picture. In my humble opinion, I still think that this is what should be done. However, with the ACSS Vulcan reticle, I just think that it'll assist with that and definitely speed up the process. The next question I want to address is this: if you are a proficient red dot shooter already, is it worth it to get this optic? In short, yes. I say this because of a couple of things. I like to think that I'm pretty proficient with red dots on handguns, as I've been shooting with them for the last 8 years. That being said, when conducting standard two-handed presentation draws, I personally didn't notice a difference in dot acquisition speed as I've practiced my draw repeatedly over the last several years. To illustrate this, I also shot with my Delta Point Pro under night vision, and you'll notice that the target acquisition and presentations are just as quick. Now, if I were to be shooting under stress, my presentation might not be as smooth, so having this outer reference circle would be great just in that case. Additionally, when I shoot single-handed, I find the outer circle to be extremely useful, as single-handed shooting tends to be more difficult for me in regards to lining up my red dot. You can also remove the outer circle by pressing the minus button down on the side of the optic, and then you can just run the chevron if you find yourself not wanting the outer circle. And at a price point of around $300, it's definitely going to be more affordable than its competitors. So it'll cost you less to have the outer circle feature, which can be turned off if you don't want it, but you'll still have it along with all the other benefits of running a red dot on your handgun. So I think the better question would be this: whether you're a new red dot shooter or a proficient one, why would you not go with this optic and reticle when it offers better features than other dots on the market at a lower price?
Good point.
Now, for you other night vision nerds out there, I wanted to get some footage recorded while using the 507C with ACSS in conjunction with an IR weapon light. I decided that I would do a walkthrough from my backyard into my house so that you guys could see what the optic looks like with and without the IR light source. So here's that footage now. The last thing I want to address are the guns we were using. We used both of my Staccato P Duos for this video, one with the Delta Point Pro and the other with the 507C. This was done to make the review as even as possible in regards to the grip angle when presenting the firearm during the draw. For those wondering, the 507C shares the same footprint as the Trijicon RMR, so anything that you have that mounts the RMR, you'll be able to mount this 507C to as well. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up our review on the Holosun HS507C-X2 with primary arms ACSS Vulcan reticle. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you have any other questions, please be sure to leave them down below in the comment section. We do appreciate that. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up down below, because that does help out the channel, and we also appreciate that as well. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, because we post new videos every week. If you want to further support our content, please check out that Patreon link down below. Our Patreon members, our Patreon squad, they get first access to new content, new gear, special discount codes, contests, and giveaways. They are a huge reason why we can keep making these videos for you guys all to watch. Thank you again for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. If you want to further support our content, I almost had it.
It's so hard to see through this thing.